everyone. Welcome to Exploring Chinese Classical Music with Lily Chang. We're so happy to have you joining us. I'm Lisa Martin with Silver Spring Town Center. And before we get started, I'd like to tell you about some other arts and cultural events that we have coming up. We have our 15th annual Silver Spring Blues Festival coming up on June 15th. So it's 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. And we also are celebrating Silver Spring Blues Week starting on June 9th with, if you like piano, we've got Boogie Woogie Blues Man Daryl Davis doing our Silver Spring Blues Week kickoff on Sunday, June 9th from 6 to 8:30 at Post 41. Tickets are just $20 and you are guaranteed to have a wonderful time. And then we have an array of other blues related events throughout the week, daily, nightly, throughout the week of Blues Week. And then Festival Day is Saturday, June 15th. So join us. All of our events are made possible with generous support from Montgomery County United Therapeutics, the Arts and Humanities of Montgomery County, Maryland State Arts, Montgomery College, and many others. And now let's get started with the program. I know many of you know Lily personally and are a fan of hers and her music. And we're so thrilled to have Lily here. She's a local resident in Maryland, in nearby Wheaton. We are located in downtown Silver Spring, and she's just a few miles away. Lily grew up with some talented parents who were amateur but very good players of the erhu Chinese violin. And so she had an early training in music and went on to study at Taiwan University. And many of her fellow students are joining us tonight or this morning for them. I believe it's morning time. Thank you for getting up early to join us, to all the friends in Taiwan. Lily also has a master's in piano, in music piano from the University of Texas, and she's also studied at the Peabody Conservatory here in Maryland. Lily has performed pretty much all over the world, across Asia, the United States, and Europe. And we're so pleased to have her sharing her story as well as explaining the richness of Chinese classical music. Welcome to Lily Chang. Hello,
Thank you.
Lily. Welcome. So happy to have you.
Thank you. Happy Dragon Year.
Yes.
Happy Asian Pacific and Pacific Island month in May. We're just so excited, especially excited this year when we see the big posters of celebrations by the month. So you reminded us all this colorful festivals, ethnic groups, and food, cuisine. And now we're very excited, looking forward to the June, the Blue Festivals. So the music is in the air. It's just keeps on because your wonderful work of the connecting people and the groups and the serving and sharing with the community here. We're so lucky to have you and your talent. And I'm very honored to be invited to share some of my research in at least the past maybe 20 years, 30 years. I keep that private so you can guess who is the dragon, who got the dragon year, this and that. And I have brought you some of the pre-recorded videos, and they are some of my pedagogy music in different levels: beginner, intermediate, advanced. And the other music link has other Chinese composers like Dr. Chen Yi from University of Missouri, and the father of Chinese new music back there in 1930, Jiang Wenye. Then we have short clips from Montgomery College. I perform at their Perilla Performing Arts Center. Then the first half will maybe conclude with a doctoral recital by now Dr. Xingyu Zhang from Shanghai, China. But we're going to listen to the excerpt of the link, so you do have time, and we can talk to each other and communicate. So now we can turn the time back to Lisa, so we can get started.
Okay, great. So Lily, I think we have a wonderful friend of yours, Jennifer, helping us.
Yes, Dr. Chang.
Yes, Dr. Chang, also Chang, but no relation. Thank you, Dr. Chang.
You're welcome. Just a good friend.
Thank you for inviting us to present our new music in the beginning year of 2022. So we wish you a very happy Tiger New Year, and all the best wishes come to you and your loved ones. 祝你虎年快乐，万事如意. So I have brought you several short piano pieces in 3 different levels. The first unit is for late beginners and early intermediate. I have Snow Play, Grasshoppers, Waltz, and Under the Tuscany Sun. Snow Play was written in 5-finger positions. I have G, C. So you kind of making the snowball with the arched palm. So to fit when you play the hand position with the arched hand and the weight even distribution. And then they have pitter-patter with their little footprints chasing each other. I have the right hand play the white key, left hand play the black keys, make a funny sound. Bitonal. Then they throw the snowball around, really making a snow fight. After that, they sleigh down the hill. They are sleigh riding. I have perfect fifth for both hands. Then finally, when the snowball cut the kid, they say, "I got you." So, Snow Play. The piece coming perfect timing. It is snowing right now in Washington, D.C. It's beautiful outside with the snowflakes. And now we're moving to summer very quickly. I just love to watch grasshopper. They jumping and hopping, and sometimes a little wing are flying, and they shape, they color, just magnificent. So I wrote a waltz with their dancing. Usually the waltz is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Mine is 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3. Grasshoppers waltz. Now we're going to the sunshiny Tuscany. I just love the ocean front, the beautiful scenery, beautiful ocean, beautiful food, and magnificent folk songs. There's so many of them. I I wrote for three of them and added a pentatonic flavor into it. I hope you like them. The first one is from the Lucia. Dee da da dee da 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 dee da 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 dee da 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 dee da da. The second folk song is like a tarantella. Da 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 dee dee da 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 da. Don't mind my singing. The third one, I have a slow pastoral like Siciliana, usually 6/8. I wrote for 4/4. Second unit, we're going to our favorite little friend, cicada, the last summer, and the brood X, the largest species of cicada, came out after 17 years, and they make a lot of noises in the evening. So I wrote a cicada serenade. I have the whole cicada family. I wrote a D pentatonic, daddy, mommy, baby, with the inversions. Then I have the cross hand. They are playing and making a funny sound, a dissonance. Cicada serenade. Those are just short motifs, bits and pieces. And going to the daytime cicada, they're really making a lot of sound. We call it a cicada symphony. And I named it Cicada Mania because I use my favorite tune, the Gregorian chant. I always find them very fascinating. The monotone is resonating in a big cathedral, very mysterious and celestial and magnificent. So we have all in different registers. I just modeled Hector Berlioz, one of my favorite composers also. He's a fantastic, symphony fantastic, using the idea fixing, the fixed idea throughout. So Cicada Mania. The cicada section is the second unit for intermediate level. And the third piece for this intermediate level is this, my one, the only ragtime. Yes, you're right. The title is Chinatown Ragtime. So we go to Chinatown, it's so cold and snowing. We have a bowl of hot ramen soup with all the spices and the things, healthy things in the soup. Then we enjoy the American music and the ragtime. I have a heavy rhythmic right hand. To get the dancing, to get the warmth out of it. Then the left hand, I have stride bass of the ragtime. Chinatown Rag. Then we go to the end, the ending. This is a Chinatown Rag. And the third unit is late intermediate. Maybe some of the elements are more advanced level. And summer sounds, you can combine all the sound, the cricket, grasshopper, frogs, cicada, all together. So I used the Hokkien folk song. Hokkien is on the southern part of China, and you can overlook Taiwan on the other side. So they speak Hokkien dialects and Taiwanese. They have beautiful language and wonderful, yummy food. But this folk song is about picking tea leaves and catching the butterfly. So I thought that as close as, you pick at least from the Japanese maple tree I have in the front yard. Then I walk close by, it's like the whole trunk is filled with cicada. So this is the Hokkien folk song. It sounds like this. I have to sing, so I'm sorry. I will be singing. Da dee dee da dee da dee da, da dee dee da da dee dee da dee da. A summer sound. Section is a slow section. I use the second movement, Funeral March from the Chopin Sonata. It's just fascinating, mysterious, melodically. All the little cicadas go sleepy by. And the last song I just finished last week is the Winter Sleigh Ride. And I asked a friend to do a quick clapping. So we have the click clapping sound. We have the sleigh bell. Winter Sleigh Ride. excerpt of it, and you can do the rest of the one to write yourself. Thank you so much. Happy New Year. 谢谢。新年快乐。Thank you. Wow, a wonderful memory of 2 years ago. That was during pandemic and end of the pandemic. But in a way, they give a lot more time for musicians to create music and practice. So I wrote a lot of pieces, and we work with different organizations, like Francis Clark Center in New Jersey, which is the center source of piano pedagogy. They have the strongest teaching there, and they are incorporating all the diversified, colorful, new, fresh teaching pieces from all over the world through folk songs and folk dances. So they have tremendous influence in the piano teaching part. And so I was very impressed with the work, and I worked with Dr. Chen, and she recorded this few excerpts of my music in the teaching field with the different levels. So now everybody can play the piano. I know Lisa played the piano. Lisa, would you like to share your piano career days?
Oh, I think I pale in comparison. I only did a short while when I was 9 and 10 years old.
That's the best time.
It's a good age if you start by then, because the brain hasn't hardened, just like learning another language. But I focus more on the language learning, but I regret not sticking with it because it would be wonderful if I could play, but now I can just enjoy.
Right. Working with music, classical, jazz, and blues all together. So,
Right,
so that's a
right.
your parents
Yeah,
give you a chance that open that part of the creative mind. But
right.
it's all there to
Yeah.
share.
And my piano teacher was 89 and 90 years old when she taught me, which was a little bit of a hindrance, but she let me learn like some of the popular songs like Roberta Flack's Killing Me Softly. I learned to play, and
Yeah, you
yeah,
can all from this country. I teach
mhm.
students with different origins, and they play their own song. And the American kids, they grew up here. Even Chinese American kids, they hear their sound. So that's good. Playing your
Mm,
music, and it's
yeah.
all very admirable, and they play in their
Mm,
talent show in school.
mm-hmm.
Star Wars, and then the kids are like, oh yeah, I wish I could do that. So they spread the seeds out. It's all, melting
Right,
pot. And
right.
so I trying to use that video to start let you know everybody can play the piano in all different levels. And
Yeah.
the next one, of course, I want to introduce my colleagues, and they do have a big year gap. And Dr. Chen Yi is right now, I think she's also a dragon. Checked her dates. She's at the University of Missouri, Kansas City. She's the artist in residence, and also her husband, Dr. Zhou Long. So they're the composer couple. And they wrote symphonies, operas, won the Guggenheim, the big grants. But this short piece called Singing in the Mountain, they wrote for a composition required piece for children, and I just thought it was tremendous. It has all the 7 octave register of the piano with all 3 levels I have mentioned, but it is China. It's mountains in the China. She can utilize the East with the Western sound. Then after that is father of Chinese music. I have mentioned his name, and Zhang Wenye. You can Google JIANGWENYI, because he's in the Google, and he wrote some piano music in the early years called Bucktail Opus 8, utilizing those Chinese instrument sound. He was a Taiwanese. He was trained in Japan. Later his life, he went back to China to research for the real folk elements, folk music, folk songs. So he moved back to China. So his music is very diversified. And his Western composer he admired the most are Bartok and Stravinsky. So those are the 20th century Western masters. So you can hear some of the music. It sounds like West, but it's East. If you hear, you have some bamboo flute sound. This is a flute, bamboo flute in his music. Baktel means short stories. Then you hear the Munqing. It's kind of like mandolin. And this is Sanxuan, three strings, exactly 1, 2, 3. There are three strings. I think it's like a guitar, Mandarin. And this is Qing Xuan. Qing Xuan is more banjo, like. Banjo is in the Blue Festival, right? Banjo is yeah. See, I know that.
Yes, it can. Yes, it can be. But banjo is most commonly associated with bluegrass.
Oh,
But you can find it in acoustic blues too.
Wow, see, so we'll have to go to Blue Festival to learn all this history of blues. I know they have their history too, just like jazz history. And they have so many folk instruments and they can make their own folk instrument. That's so amazing. Okay, the big one is koto. So I hope you will enjoy Jiang Wenye's music. Also, we recently discovered him through the competition venue. He was the first Chinese composer published by this Russian composer, Alexander Trepnin. He's affiliation with Chinese music. He married a Chinese pianist in Shanghai Conservatory. So I studied with Ming during the last 5 years that her residence in New York. She was saying those years in marriage has a lot of discussion among the school. The school seems to did not agree with her marriage with West and East. But Jiang Wenye was born. This the original music of the Chinese Baktel Opus 8. So we got the copyright to publish to use for our competition. And this is the Ben Yaguo is Japanese, and this is English, and that's his Russian name, and this is his Chinese name. So Ming introduced me this album and the publisher in Pennsylvania called Shone. So Shone was surprised because they plate was frozen for years. Nobody owned Ben Yaguo, which is Jiang Wenye's Japanese name. So they were very pleased. They said every time they make the plate, have to be 200 copies. I said, sure, we buy all 200 copies. Thank you. So this very valuable link, and thank you for Lisa's time that she gave us to share. And Dr. Chang made also the second videos. So we can hope you enjoy the second video that include the three composers. Thank you for inviting us for this Asian Composers webinar. I have brought you piano pieces by 3 Asian composers, Dr. Chen Yi's Singing in the Mountain, Jiang Wenye's Baktel Opus 8. I have chosen 3 selections that symbolize Chinese instruments, erhu, pipa, and guzheng, and my new piece, Nature Garden, which I just finished very recently. There are handouts with composers' bios and their pieces I'm presenting. Dr. Chen Yi, a Chinese-American composer, she was the first woman to receive a Master of Music in Composition at Central Conservatory in China. During that time, she spent summers studying Chinese folk music. She received her DMA from Columbia University. She has received many awards and was a finalist for Pulitzer Prize in Music in 2006. Currently, she is a faculty member at the University of Missouri, Kansas City. Singing in the Mountain was commissioned by the Associate Board of Royal School of Music 2006. It has 32 measures, short, 2/4 time, but very powerful. She used a whole wide range of keyboard with mountain echo effect, very accessible to intermediate students. Jiang Wenye was born in 1910 in Taiwan. As a high school student, he moved to Japan and studied composition and voice at the Tokyo Music Academy. By the age of 20, he had already shown his superior talent by winning international competitions in Berlin and Paris. I got to know his music when I studied piano with Min Shrapney during her last 5 years in New York a while back. She introduced me the music of her late husband, Alexandre Shrapney, and this talented Chinese Taiwanese composer, Jiang Wenye, whose music her husband had admired greatly and published in 1935 through the Shrapney Publishing Company. This piece won awards at National Music Festival in France. His style is heavily influenced by 20th century masters like Debussy, Bartok, and Stravinsky. It has a mixed meter, a quinto, chord, quarto, chords, and atonal. Thank you. I'm always inspired by nature. I wrote this sweet nature garden, 4 pieces. It's wonderful to have a webinar to premiere it. So spring, a bunny day, we use staccato, syncopation, and ties. Then we have a giant caterpillar, slow C minor, F minor, broken chord, leading to amazing dancing butterfly. Autumn had the flying squirrel. They're not flying. They just have the gliding movements. Just amazing animal to watch in the fall. In the winter, the deer came out to look for food in the snow, in the rain. It's kind of ping here and pong there. So hope this vibrant garden will bring you into a fruitful 2023. thank you for joining us. Happy New Year, Happy Valentine, Happy everything 2023. Thank you. Hello?
Great. Yes, we see you, Lily.
Oh,
We
come
see
on.
maybe you lost your screen when
Right. How do I join again?
you're on. You're on. It's just that it got
Oh,
layered underneath other screens. If you minimize what you're looking at, it will be there, I think.
I see.
Do you use Mac and do you use Mac
Oh,
or
yeah,
IBM?
I think I got it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hopefully it's okay.
I got some ads coming, so I didn't know what to do with the ad. And I tried to delete the ad. All of a sudden, I say Zoom. I said, oh no.
Do you
Yeah,
see your screen now?
right. Yeah, those are now we're moving to 2023. So I said, oh, good, because I said, well, at least I thought it was the old video, but it has to do with the history of the piano development. I googled it. Actually, came in with the missionary about 1610 during the
Oh,
Ming Dynasty with the Wang Li emperor. Wow, that's 16. That Bach wasn't born until 1685. So actually, what they saw, the gift that they brought with the missionary probably was the harpsichord. Because after harpsichord, you have a long history of keyboard development. Also, they have clavichord. Clavichord kind of square, so it's easy to push shuffle them in the corner. And when you close the lid, you can use as a table or a dining area or ironing board. And after that is forte piano. You say, oh, forte piano, that sounds very close, but it's not piano forte. Forte piano is a baby piano. They do have a little hammer. I don't know too much with technician things, and very a softer kind of nylon-like string, but it's not strong enough to make the Beethoven, the master Beethoven's piece work. He broke a lot of strings. So the piano manufacturers said, oh, we got to do something for this maestro. So they develop more stronger metal, steel strings so we can play Beethoven sonatas, especially the late sonatas. So those are the development. Then later on is turned into piano forte. So piano is in the front. Piano actually, Lisa knows in Italian it means soft. Forte means loud. So, but somehow they took the forte out. They leave the soft word. So that's the modern piano. So that's about 1610. But recently, and with the 1910, with the born of Jiang Wenye, you have heard Jiang Wenye's piece, that short bucktail. You kind of sounds like Bartok from Hungary. Sounds like Stravinsky, the Firebird. Yes, he utilized 5 octaves. We had 7 octaves with the piano. So he won those competitions during the World's Fair. Actually, during the reign of Hitler. I will mention that. So they already noticed there's a Asian composer that winning all kinds of Western award. So my writing, I was very amazed to discover him through Madame Cherubny. That is early stage. They already have those tremendous harmony and rhythms. Most of my music, teaching music, is more melodic. Those are the 3 elements: melody, rhythm, and harmony. So his music is already very strong, especially rhythmically, with the Western influences. So that's a second link is tell part of the music history. And then and Lisa mentioned you have grants from Montgomery College. So let's make a trip to Montgomery College. I was very honored to be featured at the 2022 Pereira Performing Arts Center music concert. So that's the end of the pandemic. Most of the audience still have the mask. We still check all the cards and all the shots for safety. So it was great, a magnificent hall. We all spread around the hall for that first in-person concert. So we will proceed with one of this third level advanced piece. It's called Virtual Journey. So when I wrote it, I had this virtual and this isolation, but yet we are together for music, that type of feeling. So hope you enjoy the Virtual Journey 2022. Uh, so much good memory. Virtual is like, oh wow, I did learn something about the virtual teaching also. I would never, we heard about it, in the teaching world. Many of those teachers already use the online teaching. They have students all over the world at different times, so they have to coordinate their teaching. Plus, they have the in-person things. I was like, no, 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 I'm not going to be the in-person. I need to, use the wrist and feel the weight of the arm so they know to play forte or a piano or pianissimo. So I need to touch them. Like I'm not never been online, never been on virtual. Yeah, it just happened under the gracious invitation of Dr. Teresa from the Dean's office and Mr. Trask, and the director of the music department, and Dr. Crowder, the head of the piano department. They're very gracious. They want to continue the community concert series through the sponsorship of the college, and they also grant for this wonderful setting of the community events to celebrate and share with everybody. It's just very powerful. So Lisa, would you like to introduce our doctoral young lady Xinyu Zhang?
Introduce who?
Yeah, Dr. Xinyu Zhang. I didn't give you her bio.
Oh, yeah, I don't know who you want me to introduce.
Right,
You,
she is also a Zhang. My Chinese pronunciation is Zhang, little more on the Z, on the Z.
okay.
But Chen is we from a different area. We spell it as Chen. So she's also a Zhang, but there's no relationship. I said, how did you find me? She's a DMA, but doing the doctoral thesis online during the
So,
pandemic. She said she's looking for the doctoral topic. A lot of good topic. Franz Liszt, Joseph Haydn, and Beethoven is all taken. And many Asian composer, Dr. Chen Yi, many people wrote the thesis for Dr. Chen Yi already. So she was looking and find a known composer's website, and it's all this different pedagogy and performing pieces of the advanced level, and has the east and west and south and north combined. She said, "Yeah, this
you
is
want
it."
to bring her, shall we bring her on the screen?
She is back home, back in China. Couldn't connect.
Oh, okay,
She
okay.
got her
You mean the
doctoral.
video? Okay,
Yeah, she
great,
got her doctoral thesis. She did come in
great.
to play in person for the doctoral recital in April, last April
Great.
15th. And during the tax season. Yeah, we drove to George Mason University, heard her live, and she has the PowerPoints, all this high tech going, and she performed. And then she stuck the song. Then she went back home to
Hmm,
teach. She said she will come back and say hello to Lisa and all the friends from Silver Spring Town Center. But
great.
I can send her the recording. I couldn't get through
Mm-hmm.
the internet, like you were saying.
Yeah.
She played 5 pieces for her doctoral thesis. We chose 2 of them. First one is ballad. Oh, just like that Bachtel ballad is about stories. So I wrote stories. I went to Rome and the old Rome and new Rome, and I went to China. China has new Peking and old Peking and Peking duck. She was very interested in that piece. Then I had followed by a collage. Collage I wrote my friend. I wrote about you, Dr. Lisa and Dr. Chang and all the other friends. Each one has a character. So it's a character piece. So hope you enjoy the ballad and the collage performed this time by Dr. Xinyu Zhang. Thank you. Thank you. Those pieces are so hard now. I remember I couldn't play them. Wow, I couldn't play them. Oh, wow. She just did the like, oh, yeah, so what? You can hear all your characters, different people there and different sceneries in that collage, hopefully. So we probably bring her back. Yes, she's there teaching, enjoy her family life as a son that's 8 years old. And he was very short when she left. And when she came back, he was that tall. That's what she sent the notes to me, and she wished it the very best. She shall return. Yeah, thank you for giving the premiere and here, and we very heartily congratulate for her success. So we keep moving on, and the second part is really piano history. And you said, oh, how come there are a couple of Western composers? Yeah, I included Alexandra Cherpny, the Russian American composer, and also Alberto Ginastera from Argentina, because you wrote the two pentatonic prelude. One is a prelude pentatonic in A minor, the other one is pentatonic in C major. So I really asked Argentina musician, I said, how would he write a Chinese pentatonic? He said that he in Australia always looking for exotic sound, scale or modes. As a composer, we always search for those diversified and colorful sound. So he found from the native Indians. So they are sounds Asian pentatonic with a minor third. So I put out his work for you to enjoy. The first half is music from China, so I put them there. And the second half is music from Taiwan. I study with two other Taiwanese masters, Professor Ma Suilong and Professor Xiao Tairan. So we will enjoy those together. And Lisa, you can share with your expertise. You went to Asia with the different visit trips. I know you make trips before. You went to Philippines. I forgot which country you went.
Do you mean me or Jennifer?
You
Lisa, I have been once in Asia. I did the Trans-Siberian Railroad from Beijing to Moscow, so across China, Mongolia, and Russia
oh, wow.
in 2014.
You can write a symphony.
No. But I
This,
think Jennifer maybe has been more than me.
oh yeah, she knows all the cuisine. You should have her in the cuisine panel.
Oh, we'd love to.
Share with your travel log. You are a traveler. I know that all the children is very hiking can hike. Dr. Chang, do you want to share your?
I've been to China just one time. I I spent a summer in Beijing studying during college, and it was wonderful.
So you speak Peking dialect with a Peking tone?
我不会说一点中，or 我会说一点中文. I only speak a little bit of Chinese,
Wow.
very little.
Yeah, you nearly said I 不会.
I'm not
Yes.
Chinese. I'm married to a Chinese man, so
Very impressive.
But you learn the Chinese cooking, right? I thought I
Um,
went to your house with a feast.
yeah, I watch the Chinese cooking and I eat it. I can't say that I.
think we all have a little Asian touch in the seminar. That's wonderful. So without further ado, we will enjoy our Chinese cuisine from west to the east.
Okay.
Welcome to the spring recital. Thank you so much for inviting us. So we have the opportunity to bring you some music that we're very passionate about to celebrate upcoming holidays. And I brought you music from China, Taiwan, Russia, and Argentina. But they have one same ingredients, the pentatonic scales, pentascales. They're using it in using their own technical strength and music language to compose different types of food. So I know you will enjoy. First piece, I will open with "Sing in the Mountain" by Dr. Chen Yi. Dr. Chen was the first woman graduates or master degrees from Central Conservatory of Music in China. Later, she came to America, study at Columbia University with Professor Zhong Wenzhou and Maria Dedowski. And she won many awards, National Endowment of the Arts and the Guggenheim Awards. Currently, she and her husband, Zhou Long, another composer, are faculties of University of Missouri, Kansas City Conservatory of Music. So she wrote the song for the mountain, commissioned by the Associate Board. Next, I will bring three composers, Alexander Trepnin, He Liding, and Jiang Wenye, because the compositional paths across with each other. Alexander, you know from three generations of distinguished composers. His father, Nikolai, taught Sergei Prokofiev. He himself is a metropolitan musician. He traveled everywhere and absorbed cultures of a multi-country. And his son Ivan taught at Harvard University, experimented with new music and computer music. So when Alexandra tried to look for new language, she came to Shanghai, China, taught composition and theory around 1934 to 1937. He also met his future wife, Li Xianmin, whom I have the pleasure and honor to study with in New York at her last 4 years. She introduced me to everything's Western music, Western language music, and also the pentatonic music. And this Chinese bucktail is from Pentatonic Volume 3, Set 3. I will play the Pipa selection, number 7. And He Liding won the first prize with Buffalo Boys flute in the first Trepnin composition contest in Shanghai. He was age 19. And after that, he got the first prize, and he would just won multi-awards and get recognition from his land. So the Buffalo Boy, the Buffalo came out as a big troop during sunrise, going to the rice field, slow and majestic. In the middle, the Buffalo Boys started to play their flute. It's a bamboo flute. It has a little crisper sound from the bamboo. Then you march back to the village in the sunset. So 1947, Professor He became the director of Shanghai Conservatory of Music. And Jiang Wenye, you're very familiar with him. He was the first Chinese composer to have been published in his publishing company with the bucktail Opus 8. I'm playing 3 selections from it. Jiang Wenye was born in Taiwan, had the music training in Japan. Later on, he went back to China doing the research work of Chinese folk music and composed, and he passed on in China. Early years like 1936, he already won silver medal on the 11th Olympic game in Berlin. And his Siberian song and flute concerto won an award in the same year in the Paris World's Fair. So those are the distinguished Chinese composers that stand out in the early years of the music development using the Western language. And his music was very influenced by Bela Bartok and Igor Stravinsky. So we called him the father of Chinese music, the bucktail by Jiang Wenye.
Thank you. So enjoy your music journey.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I have the scores there. In case somebody want the score reading. So this is wonderful Zoom. I can show you the score. So he says the last note is Professor Zhang Wenye, the last note. Then the highest note is, so 7 octaves, 7 octaves. And this, the wonderful piece was copyrighted by Alexander Cherepnin, 1936. That's the earliest complete piano performance that in my search. They must have something published 1800 something. So if you know anything, just let us know. We put in the archive. It said 1936, copyrighted by Alexander Cherepnin. So there's Russian there. So Min Cherepnin, Madame Cherepnin showed me this very valuable collection. I know she'll be very happy there that I get to use and pass down to the Cherepnin. All the three has to do with the Cherepnin influence. Zhang Wenye was the first Chinese composer that Cherepnin company published, and He Liling, he just passed on a few years ago when he was the director of the Shanghai Conservatory. He won the Cherepnin first prize in the composition contest in Shanghai at the age of 19 with the Buffalo Boys flute. It's still a masterpiece. He used complete pentatonic. Just those few 5 notes. He started Buffalo soft, then have the flute, crisp high register on the piano usage, then go back. So that's, we call it ABA, ternary 3 parts form. That's how he won the first prizes. I think the second prize is also very known in the Chinese music history. So that's what the Cherepnin did, made a great contribution for the piano advancement in China. So without further ado, we are going to Taiwan, Formosa, the beautiful island. We have multi ethnic group influences, plus some of the original composers from Taiwan. They were trained in Germany and Japan and France and Italy. Second half.
Sorry, go ahead. I'm ready to start when you're ready.
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. I didn't mean to start it before you finished talking. I just
No,
accidentally.
it's done. I said we can start. Thank you so much.
Okay. Here you go.
We brought you music from Taiwan, the Formosa, the beautiful island. They have many folk songs, and all the composers using the folk song as their music language. We have Shui Long Ma. He had his music training at an early stage on the island and started teaching very successfully with different colleges. Later on, he went to Germany, studied in the Music Academy for orchestration and theory. 1968, he won the Fulbright scholarship to America. So his music was premiered at the Lincoln Center of the Performing Arts. He was one of the first Taiwanese composer that has music performed there. And that time, the New York Times critic Bernard Hyde Holland said that his music is using the Western idiom and technique, but speak from his native heart. So those are interwoven musical language. I brought you his Taiwanese folk song, The Darkening Sky. It's a folk song, so if you know the words, you can go ahead and sing with it. And the darkening sky means grandpa, grandma working on the rice field, and they so people are raining like the other day. So they jumped back home, just try to cook something nice and warm for the new year. We usually eat fish. Fish means long life. So of course the grandma wanted steamed, for diet reason, and grandpa wanted fried fish. So they kind of pulled the walk back and forth and little arguments, and all of a sudden we broke the walk. So if you heard anything crashing here, yeah, don't call 911. It's written in the music, darkening sky. And next, Taiwanese composer Xiao Tairan, he also started piano very early with his mother and taught right away at NOMA College, National Numo College in Taiwan. That's when I studied composition with him in Taiwan. And later he came to California. California State University, had his master's degree there and had many pieces performed. His heart, he's using a lot of folk song material. He want to bring Taiwan to America and America to Taiwan. And next is Miss Cheng. I came to this country and my master's degree from the Longhorn State University of Texas. So I took as many music courses I can, so composition theory, harpsichord, chorale conducting, and the piano. And so I wrote some preludes for homework. So I brought you a prelude number 2. Yeah, I haven't learned the number 1, number 3 yet. Next time. And we'll finish the program with Alberto Ginastera from Argentina. You said, how he got to do with the pentatonic scale? Well, he was looking for new language, the same as Alexander and the Yvonne. They create different scales and different tonality. So he found the Native American from South America, the pentascale. So he wrote 12 American preludes. He incorporated those 2 into the 12 preludes. One is from book 1, the other is from book 2. The pentatonic minor finished with A, and pentatonic major finished with C. The 5 notes pentatonic are both the same, C, D, E, G, A. So, but ending will show that. And the first piece has the quality of the Chinese violin, erhu, and the second one you hear big gong, the 7 octaves pentatonic, big gong and middle gong and small gong. Thank you. So enjoy your musical journey and your musical year. Thank you. Happy birthday to all the
Wonderful.
composers. They say thank you for this platform. Their music is alive. Is alive. They are not heard or played often. Me and my friends and all this competition contestants, they use their music as a required pieces. We thoroughly enjoyed having this treasure add on to this beautiful cultural area. This area already has many ethnic and folk culture. Just it's incredible that we could sow some seeds and make it grow. Thank you. So we get the platform to Miss Lisa. It's your question and answer time.
That was wonderful, wonderful. And you're such a passionate performer, which to me, the passion is even more important than the technicality, you know. There's
We finish
you
with the
know,
Argentine composer Alberto Ginastera's pentatonic piece. So
right. Yeah,
that's
you're
an
really
octave,
you're
you know.
great on both counts. Because I know in having lived in Eastern Europe in Estonia, former Soviet country, they focus more on the technicality. And I think most of Asia is more of a focus on technical expertise rather than the emotion and passion. Am I right?
In a way, yeah, my foundational training, yeah, has a lot of hand position and finger technique. We have all the hands, journeys, and bear to strengthen the finger, which is good. This is the main foundation. We play with half the weight, so those are our legs. You know, we know the exercise classes now for us, the squat. So very important for us to build strong legs because that you have the movement up and you have the movement down. So we have good foundations. And I didn't
Mhm.
get to use my arm and elbow and shoulder for rotations as much. So I always a bit limited in the sound range. So I just kind of complain maybe my, physical things. Some things I could not change. I'm this size.
Right.
You haven't seen me. Maybe I should stand up. But the really as long as your upper part is strong, then you can open the faucet. The water will come.
Right.
They will be there to help you. So it's important to get all the gate open, and you know how many gates you need for this part and that part. So I'll show you some scores. I know, oh, my professional friends are there.
Great.
Fast, just
Marlon.
the beautiful
Yeah.
graphic of the scoring is
Yeah.
wonderful. I want to share that secret to you all.
Well, you're a mighty force, regardless of the package that it comes in. So we have time for some questions or comments for Lily. If you'd like to make a comment or question, we'd love to hear from you. You can put the cursor in the upper right-hand corner of your own screen box and then click click.
A lot of people. Hi.
Oh, no, down in the dots, I think, on reactions and then raise hand. You can raise your hand.
I saw my mentor, Dr. Gordon, there.
Dr. Gordon,
Dr. Gordon from
can we
University
invite Dr. Gordon on to
of
the
Los
screen
Angeles. Yes,
from
Dr.
Los
Gordon.
Angeles?
Yes, my mentor for this culture and ethnic usage of folk song, folk dances, and utilize multicultural. He developed he started the William Capel at the University
Lily,
of Maryland.
congratulations. A wonderful show.
Then he founded Savannah, the big festival of all culture, and I was there for panelist for the cultural things. Then
Did you hear Dr. Gordon?
Oh,
Lily,
no.
did Dr. Gordon, could you say again? She didn't hear you.
I said, congratulations, Lily. It's a wonderful program. You played beautifully and so much wonderful information.
You probably heard of those squirrels and the cricket songs and panda bear, right?
Well, yes, I followed the competition, of course, and the required pieces.
He judged he judged preliminary, semifinal, semi-final, and final. He said,
Wow.
every time I asked, he said, yes, I
It's
will
been an
be
honor,
there.
Lily.
And how do you know Lily? Where did you teach her?
Oh, should I tell her the truth, Dr. Gordon? I entered the Willing Capel.
Let's go ahead.
I did not make it,
Oh,
but I
okay.
found gold. I found a friend for life. I didn't make it, and I was so impressed. He even wrote me a letter.
Oh.
I enjoyed that's a preliminary on the
That was,
recording.
Mm,
I think by
that,
tape. He
that
said,
was many years ago.
right. I still remember that letter. I kept it. He said,
great.
I like it, just that the circumstances of the competition and that this time we have to accept to the next round. I come back again. I said, no, I'm gonna have this person for the advisory board. So he's in the advisory board since his initiation. 38
Great.
years ago, we're going competition for 39 years. Thank you, Dr.
Wow.
for being here.
My
Well,
pleasure.
yeah. Marlin says, thank you for the wonderful 2 hours of music. And there were other, Peggy said, thank you so much for this wonderful presentation. There were other comments in the chat up higher, but they're kind of layered with all my other posts.
Okay.
So, does anyone else have a question or comment for Lily?
I saw Lois. Lois know my piece. She drove me to hear Xing Yuzhang at George Mason University. So she heard from beginning to the end.
Oh,
Lois?
hi, Lois.
Hi, I enjoyed hearing it there, and I enjoyed hearing it again now. Wonderful. We got to watch the music at that when she
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I turned it too fast. I think I got the wrong page. So piece, what piece is this? But I said, oh, they won't mind. I just want them to see those fancy art, you know.
Is
Okay.
Lois a pianist too?
They mostly you have mostly pianists.
Yeah,
Yes.
we're all pianists.
She played beautiful trio, Mozart trios. I was like, oh, Mozart, it's Rota, everything for the pianist. Pianist, the violin. So she did it. I'm so
Great.
glad. So,
Ingrid, I
oh,
think I met Ingrid through
oh,
you.
that's right. Yeah, Ingrid.
She has an Italian last name. So that's if she's the same Swedish Italian couple.
Yeah, they saw the dragon and the Indian dance and all the way through. And I was so hungry, so I want to go to the buffet. And Ingrid said, can we watch a little bit? We came all this way to watch the show. So at the end, I dragged them to the silver pearl buffet. Then we walk out the building. The whole city was alive. They were from Bethesda, usually people. So she couldn't believe. She said, wow, that many people on the street? They don't sleep? I said, no, this is only 10:30. Why? She said, oh, this is a little palace. Good. They were so happy
Oh,
to see.
good. I'm glad they were
Right.
able to join us for our bazaar.
Yes, they will.
So Ingrid, did you want to make a comment? She posted in the chat just now.
Yes, no, Lily, that was just absolutely wonderful. It was just great to have all these composers brought together in one place for one performance, memorable. We always appreciate your technique and appreciate your passion and the wonderful sounds that you're able to create and images that you're able to create. So this is
She
great.
gave me this little dragon.
Yeah, and there's the dragon. There's your mascot, Lily. For the year of the
For my demonstration, they always go, the music sounds like that too, Ooh,
sounds good.
so I can do some puppet show. Oh, I saw another friend,
Good
Florine.
to see you, Ingrid. Thank you.
Hi, Florine. You want to
Florine.
say something?
Let me unmute.
Yes.
Yes. Hello, Lily, and thank you so much for inviting me. I'm not a musician. I don't think somebody has to be a musician to just enjoy the beauty of what you did. Just beautiful. Stay in my memory for a long, long time. Thank you so much.
Yeah, she started with this cultural event way back at Great St. Peter's Church in Baltimore.
Great.
I was a teacher. I came to teach Mandarin, I thought, but that's a Cantonese school. So the director, Lillian Kim, like, is Cantonese and Mandarin okay the same? I said, no, could you change the curriculum into Mandarin? So that's how I get to know Lillian Kim, Grace St. Peters, and Florine. And that's how the IYPC started in Baltimore in the first 5 years. Then we moved to different college sites, now at Catholic University of America.
Oh, okay. I have a friend who did a PhD there who does talks for us. Richard Miller. Do you know Dr. Richard Miller? Brazilian guitar
Oh, in
player.
music?
From
Uh,
Catholic. He did his PhD at Catholic.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
full-fledged to DMA degree.
Now, Lily, when we were preparing to log on, you showed me a picture of the different Chinese traditional instruments, but I don't think you showed our program. So let's just quickly look through those
Okay.
before we
They
close.
Buffalo Boys Flute by Professor He Liding. That's the bamboo flute. They made a bamboo. It's a natural thing. They always derive from the nature. They can chop into the different section and drill the holes and blow. So it's a pretty folk instrument. Everybody can afford to own it. It's not like invest in a piano. And this is the moon qing, because shaped like a moon. I think those are plugging. Those three are all plugging. This, they have the yellow sticker. It just says San Xuan. It's in Mandarin, Chinese. San is three. There's three strings. Xuan is string. So I checked the English is guitar Mandarin sound. And this one is Qing Xuan. And sort of like a moon, but it is just prettier with angular. And the knob, I think they're for tuning. I wish some Chinese instrument master friends are here. They would say, Lily, what are you saying? This is banjo sounding. And this, koto. So those are the miniature. The koto is as long as a table. The playing position is sitting, and the others are playing. And in the middle, it's probably the most hottest, most precious princess. It's called Pi. Yeah, I was talking to Lisa about the pronunciation. It's Pi. It's one word. Pa. It's also name of the fruit. If you see those kind of oval shape, greenish yellowish fruits, they're kind of guava, very juicy, and they're the hardest instrument to master. If this is playing straight with the guitar technique, this is opposite. I don't know how they do the opposite. I couldn't even do forward. Technique is the opposite. So usually the beautiful lady, put it in and holding it like holding a baby. So very beautiful playing position. And when I played my prelude, I pointed out several instruments that I have the inspiration from. So thank you. That's from Miss Gatto, Margaret Gatto. She just
I looked up peepaw just now. It's a loquat. It's called a loquat in English. It's like a small, like a nectarine kind of small.
Okay, that's the name of that fruit, loquat.
Loquat. Yeah.
Chinese we
It's
call
the same.
peepa in the fruit. Peepa.
Right.
We even have a paste. Peepa gao is for infection. So if you see the Chinese medical school office, you will see the peepa gao. Yeah, I like Western things here and there. I'm learning a lot about my country here in America. You have plenty of resources. I could never find it.
Great.
That's wonderful friend.
Yeah, sometimes you have to leave your country to learn about it. I did.
Right.
Also.
They have
Well, we just have a couple of minutes left. If anybody has a final comment or question for Lily before we close.
Anne Marie.
No, just bravo again, Lily, from Stuart.
You have your own webinar and Zoom, right? Do you want to tell us your birth date and your publications?
Oh, you don't care about my publications. I'll be 94 this summer.
Wow, wow.
Oh,
Is still teaching DMA.
And what is your secret to being so vibrant at that age?
Oh, we need that. That's true. We need to know.
Dr. Gordon, what's your secret?
Knowing people like Lily.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm fun. I joke a lot.
Yes, continuing to be inspired and keep nurturing a love of music, even if you don't perform, as long as you enjoy music, I think that's very important in life.
I'm still teaching and I'm still revising, doing a new edition of my keyboard lit book. So I'm busy.
Oh, he is a publisher. He's a writer, and every time I have grammatic problem, he said, "Lily, your sentence is upside down." And when he replied, it's like a thesis. So every time all the words, oh, that's not what it's like.
Again, wonderful show, Lily. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. It means a lot to me.
Thank you. And we look forward to have Lily back to do a program sometime on Asian folk music. So that will be an interesting one too, I think. I would really be interested in that. But thank you so much, Lily. There's another comment. Thank you for assembling the music of these composers into a concert, Lily. As always, your technique, passion, and musicianship create a memorable performance. That was from Ingrid. And yeah. Thank you so much again, Lily. It's been a wonderful evening with you and exploring the Chinese classical music. And thank you so much to Dr. Chang, Dr. Jennifer Chang, for helping us with the technology and managing all the videos, making the sound work.
Yeah, without her, I have to play live, then I really have to practice.
Right. And then she managed that while I could manage the Zoom too, because people are constantly coming in and so thank you so much.
Lily.
Thank you. Yeah, happy May. Happy June. Everybody there for the Blue Festival?
Yes, please join us for the Silver Spring Blues Festival, Saturday, June 15th. And also one of the best pianists along with Lily in our area is Boogie Woogie Blues man Daryl Davis, taking stage and kicking off Silver Spring Blues Week Sunday, June 9th at Post 41. The tickets are $20 in advance, and I put the link in the chat. So I hope you can join us. And if you want to save the chat, you can click the three little dots and then click save chat. You have to do it now before we close. Anyway, our time has come to an end. So thank you everyone for joining us. Dr. Jennifer Chang for assisting with technology, and a big bravo and thank you to Lily Chang for hosting for presenting a very thorough program on Chinese classical music, and we look forward to seeing you perform sometime in person soon.
Thank you.
Thank you again, everyone. Have a wonderful rest of the evening.
Same touch. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.